What's up you guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to compare Binance Smart Chain to Pulsechain. In the previous video we compared Ethereum to Pulsechain and we listed a bunch of things that are not so great about Ethereum, and we're going to do basically the same thing with Binance Smart Chain and go over a few things. Now so far Pulsechain is looking pretty good compared to Ethereum. Now let's see how it compares to Binance Smart Chain. And if you don't already know, Pulsechain is a fork of Ethereum. It's better, faster, cheaper than Ethereum. It's designed to take off a lot of load off of Ethereum's network by taking some of its users and reducing the fees and all that good stuff. And we're going to compare it to Binance Smart Chain like I just mentioned. We're not going to compare the actual ups of Pulsechain because that would make the video too long and too repetitive every video. So we're just going to focus on the negatives about Binance Smart Chain and how it fares up against Pulsechain. So let's get into it. So first of all, Binance Smart Chain has less validators than Pulsechain. As we know, Pulsechain has 33 validators and Binance Smart Chain has 21. And almost half of the validators are owned by Binance, the exchange itself. The other validators are owned by certain individuals or organizations connected to Binance, the exchange itself. So it's a very tightly owned network by people that know each other, that are connected to the exchange itself. And that actually introduces some downsides because the whole point of a system is to be decentralized. That's the whole point of a crypto chain, to be decentralized and hard to take down. But because a lot of these validators are people that are connected to Binance, it's kind of a downside in my eyes. So the success and longevity of Binance Smart Chain is tied to Binance, the exchange itself, in my opinion. Why? Because a lot of people use Binance itself as liquidity. Almost all of the BNB liquidity is on Binance. And for some reason, guys, a lot of scams happen on Binance Smart Chain. You can compare Avalanche, Phantom, Polygon, Ethereum, plus a lot of other networks that have a lot of cheap fees. But for some reason, a lot of scams pop up on Binance Smart Chain. Maybe because of its adoption, maybe it's because they have the cheapest fees, which by the way, I don't think so. I'm not sure. But for some reason, the most scams happen on Binance Smart Chain, which gives it a bad image already. So let's see. They have less validators than Pulsechain. Half the validators are owned by Binance. Other half is owned by people very closely connected to Binance. And the success and the image of Binance Smart Chain is connected to Binance itself, the exchange. But that's so far what we have as of right now. And actually, the Binance Smart Chain code itself is messy. And this was outspoken by a developer himself on the GitHub forum, and I can show you guys right here. Let me show you. So this is a post created by a developer for Binance Smart Chain himself. So, and he's saying Binance Smart Chain is a lost cause. Seriously guys, this is a blockchain with supposedly billions of value, yet it is governed and developed like the project of a stoned teenager. I've rarely seen something handled so unprofessionally, he says. There's no code review, patches are simply committed, in most cases even without a proper description of what to do or what the problem is they're trying to solve. And by the way, I'm going to link this in the comment section so you can read it yourself. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can get the gist of it, that the developer is not really satisfied, and apparently this is one of the main developers of Binance Smart Chain itself. And if he's saying this, that tells you alone quite a good amount about Binance Smart Chain itself and how it was put together, which makes people makes people think, and it makes it seem so, that Binance Smart Chain and the launch of it was rushed. It was launched around 2020 just because the bull market was really picking up at that time. A lot of people had that feeling that they were trying to catch and time the bull market by pushing Binance Smart Chain into fruition, which they did. And because of that, developers are complaining. Sometimes transactions are congested, the chain is overloaded. At one point, when the meme coin craze was going insane, sometimes the Binance Smart Chain itself would stall and you cannot get a transaction through. And I know this because when I was buying SafeMoon around March it was really slow because the demand was so high to the point where the exchange itself would have to suspend deposits and withdrawals because there was so much load going on. And the image of Binance impacts Binance Smart Chain growth. Why? Because they, first of all, they're known to hold users' funds even after you take those nice selfies, you verify your address, you give them your documents. This looks terrible. So when you're looking at all these factors, it was rushed. The launch of Binance Smart Chain was rushed. The code is messy. Sometimes the chain gets stalled. And the whole point of cryptocurrency is eventually for it to get adopted by the mainstream. You can't have a chain with messy code get adopted, especially with an exchange that has a bad image of being known not to release funds after getting verified, and you're doing all those nice selfies that people hate and showing them your documents. And by the way, guys, this is a fact. A lot of exchanges, they go overboard with asking information from you on purpose, when in reality they need a small amount of information from you, just your name, address, and photo ID and all that stuff. But they go overboard. They want to take a selfie, they want you to scan your face, they want you to verify. Some places want your social insurance number, like some exchanges, which is crazy. But anyways, let's continue. So that does not look good for Binance in general, so it's not good at all. And compared to Pulsechain, Ethereum and BSC look terrible. If you put all those factors together that I mentioned in the previous video and in this video, all these factors from Ethereum 2.0, the merge, the gas fees, it looks terrible. And now that you look at Binance Smart Chain, it doesn't look so good as well. So far, Pulsechain compared to Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum looks great. Cheaper fees, faster, decentralized, more validators than Binance Smart Chain, no crappy centralized exchanges that ask for selfies. It just works. Plus, you get we're gonna have the world's largest airdrop. This has never been done before in crypto, guys. So in the next video, I'm probably going to compare Avalanche or AVAX, whatever you want to call it, to Pulsechain, just to continue this series and show you guys that seriously, without bias, Pulsechain is the best layer 1 chain out there. So thank you guys for watching. And by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that I say in this video or have said in this video is financial advice, so do your own research and all that nonsense. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.